Hey team, welcome to Barefoot Bootcamp, Volume 3. This is program number 9 for today's class. You will need a yoga mat. I have two different styles of kettlebells. There is a hard style, which I'm going to primarily use, and a sports style. Both of these, for myself, are medium weight, and for this particular class, we're going to be doing a lot of rotation, a lot of figure eights, a lot of movement with the kettlebell that is very flowy, as it were. Then you want to make sure you have a bell that is suitable for that. So not too heavy, not too light, somewhere right in the medium for you. I also have one dumbbell. I have a 20-pound dumbbell, and that's what I'm using to also do the warm-up. You can also do all of the drills with a dumbbell if you're not too familiar with kettlebells. But at this point in Volume 3, I'm sure you should be. We're going to get started with a mobility flow and then get into the preparatory yoga / bodyweight flow, and then right into the prep flow. So let's start right away. I'm going to mirror you. Majority of this class will be mirrored. And for today's theme, we're going to be talking about good intuition versus bad intuition. And good intuition is when you are able to pick up on patterns that have a clear cause and effect, as opposed to picking up on patterns that are more correlative but less causal. And we'll talk about what that means as we go along. Starting with your right arm, you're going to circle in front of you like a big air guitar. We're going for 5 of these. So circle in the front, circle behind. 4 more. And notice I'm also moving the body. I'm just rotating to the front, to the back. 2 more. Big air guitar. 1 more. And then we're going to go right into the other side. Left arm, big circle. I like to inhale when I open, exhale when I close. 3 more. Body will naturally rotate. Big circle, air guitar, guitar hero, if you will. 1 and done. Feet are going to stay wide. We're going to go right into the Tai Chi knees. So feet wider than shoulder width. You're going to drop into your right hip by bending the knee. Circle out by looking over to your right side, and then shift to the left and circle. And we have 5 of these. This is the second one. So I'm just circling out. My body weight is shifting, sitting, circle. Shifting, sitting, circle. 2 more. Circle out. You should feel kind of like you're massaging the hip. Last one. Big circle. This time we're going to shift into the right knee, and this time I'm going to turn and rotate my spine inward and then shift inward. So same movement with the legs, where I'm transferring the weight to the left, and then I'm going to rotate the body. We'll say this is 3. So you have 2 more. Good. 1 more. And then you're going to hop your feet about hip-width distance apart. Start with your right leg. You're going to take up the right hand. Thumb is going to stay facing down. You're going to grab the foot or the ankle from the outside. Hold here. Find your balance on your left foot. So you have your right leg, and then you're going to bring it in and squeeze. We have 4 more of those. So open, squeeze. I like to hold the opposite hand out as the leg goes behind, just to help kind of counterbalance that. 2 more. All to the good. And we're going to switch. Grab your left leg. This time left hand is going to grab the foot or the ankle. Chest is up, spine is tall. Bring it in. Breath pattern can be an inhale when your leg goes behind you. Exhale as the knee comes in. 3 more. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Getting a quad stretch. Little balance action. And a little bit of, this is more like moga, like moving yoga, but feels really good. Last one. Then foot down. We're going to do thoracic circles. 6 to the right, 6 to the left. I'll start off kind of slow, and then I'll pick up the pace. So open the rib cage forward, to the side, back, and then 5 more. Notice that the shoulders kind of open as well. Same breath pattern. 3 more. Inhale when it opens. It looks like a dance move, I know, but it's really good for your spine and your rib cage and all the moves we're going to be doing today. Other direction, so open, send it to the left, big circle, circle it out. If you want to get your hips involved, go ahead. I'm sure nobody's watching. You got 2 more. 1 more. Muy bueno. We're going to do a little windmill activation. This is something I picked up from Miss Hot Pilates chick herself. Starting with a balance, so you're going to drop into a quarter squat. Hips go behind you. Shift the weight to the right foot. Pick up the left leg. It's just going to hover next to it. Open up the arms wide. Make sure you maintain your balance. We're going to go for 6 total. So you're going to open up, rotate looking down, fix on one point, Back to center, this is 2. I like to imagine that it's my backhand that is kind of leading the movement. So if I want to rotate more, I'll think of my backhand reaching back more. Sometimes the tendency might be to swing the arm in front, but you really want to move from your waist. This is 4, 5, last one, 6, keep your hands up. You're just going to switch the feet. So plant your left foot, hover the right, open up, and we have 6. Rotating, so pick one point on the floor to focus on. Keep your arms wide. At the end position, one arm is going to be pointing down, the other arm is going to be pointing up. And again, instead of doing this one, you're going to think of rotating more in order to get the arms or the hands or the shoulders in one line. And you might find that one side is a little tighter than the other. Split the balance between the 4 corners of the feet, the big toe, the pinky, inside the heel and outside the heel. And we got one more. We're going to do a little balanced leg hip opener. This time we're only going to do 9 total. Each rep's going to count as 1. Shift the weight to your right foot and hover the left leg. It's going to go 3 movements. It's going to go forward, side, then you're going to rotate the toe and the torso to the wall to the side of you and open up. That's 3. This is 4. Forward, toe stays parallel, foot stays parallel. 5, rotate toe, torso, and kick. Last set, 7, 8. Notice I'm going to rotate, keep the balance on the right leg, kick out, bring it in, and then shift the weight to the left leg, other side, forward, foot stays parallel. 2, this is where it's going to open. My toe, my torso. You'll find that your core automatically has to engage in order for you to do this. Keep your head over your center, over the center of the foot as well. This is 6. Or this is 9. I lied. Open up and then close. We're going to go into the flow prep right about now. So here we go with flow prep. Dropping down, all to the good. Press your wrists together. And if you're not paying attention, pay attention right about now. We're going to go into the flow prep, just doing a little movement on this. So drop your hands down. Starting in child's pose. This time we're only going to do 3 of these. So you're on the balls of the feet. You're going to wave through, going into maximum flexion. And then we will say maximum extension, but if you're just warming up, maybe just look straight forward. And we have 2 more like that. So wave through. This is going to be your precursor to the bodyweight yoga / mobility / primal play / animal flow that you're going to be doing in conjunction with the kettlebell flow. That was the last one. We're going to go right into the sit through. Modified, so you just drop your, this one I'm not mirroring you, by the way, if you haven't figured that out by now, now's the time. So not mirroring you, I'm turning profile, left foot's behind you, fold the right shin in at about a 45 degree, right toe behind left heel, right hand down. We're going to go for 6 of these, come up and over, and then drop. That's 1, up and over, weight shifts to the back heel, 2, 3, I'm shifting my hips, my bum, away from the hand, kind of opening up, feeling the hips. We got 1 more. Muy bueno. Come into tabletop position. We're going to do a little kneeling flip dog, but just a hover. So I'm hovering it, and then I'm going to step right foot outside right hand, and then 2 more of those. So kneeling, let it hover. So open up the hip, take a step, leaning your left hip into it, press the hip forward. 1 more. Open, step. Good. And then the other side. You pick up the left knee, let it hover, so the waist will rotate, and then I'm taking a step. 2 more. Take a step. You can press the right hip forward to open up a little bit more. Last one, best one, as they say, or as I say all the time. Step through, and then we're going to do one last little bit. It's a front sit through, but we're going to kind of go through this slow motion. So drop your hips back, balls of the feet, right foot's going to step forward, and then just slide your left leg through. So I'm just not, almost like I'm going to sit down and watch some Netflix. Get a little arcane action. Drop to the other side, deep cuts, and then you're gonna step left foot outside left hand, and then just slide the right leg through. And then we'll do that. That was the first set. We'll do 2 more. Hips back, step. I'm just dragging don't overcomplicate this, just drag your left foot in and extend it out and sit. Sit it back. Left foot, left hand, left pinky. Extend the right leg out. Contract the core a little bit. Pick up the leg by contracting the core. Step it back, last set. You can drop the knees just to feel this action. This will be coming into play later on, but now you at least have somewhat of the biomechanics, which is shifting the weight, left foot outside left pinky. You gotta pick up the back leg and just slide it through, so make sure that this knee stays towards your left pinky as the leg steps out. Come back through, downward dog, and then we just do 1 vinyasa, lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pop on up, grab your dumbbell, which should be a medium weight. These drills are gonna be about 45 seconds a piece. All the other drills will roughly be about a minute. I'm gonna mirror you on this one, so make sure you have a crush grip on the dumbbell. And going back to good intuition versus bad intuition, in order to have good intuition or to be able to tell what patterns are truthful and what patterns are perhaps lying to you to some regard, you need clear information. So clear information, you need tight feedback, and then error has to matter. So speaking of error, if you're doing this barefoot, be very mindful in this class, or you can wear shoes, but pay attention to what you're doing and you should be able to get into the flow state. So starting here, we're gonna rotate left to right, or right to left for you. My feet are gonna swing, and we'll just start off slow. So we're gonna go for 45 seconds. This is your prep. So this is the prep for the Atlas swing. Notice your feet have to pivot. So swing it to the right, swing it to the left. Then you can swing it a little higher, keeping the shoulders down, chest stays up. You'll feel a torque on the body from swinging this. The faster you swing it, the higher it'll go, but the more you're gonna have to create the right amount of tension throughout the entire body, the feet, the hips, the core, the position of your spine. You got about 10 seconds. You wanna go a little bit higher, you can. For 5, 4, 3, 2, time. You're gonna rack it. Right hand has it. We're gonna go figure 8 into a low swing. Go slow, about 45 seconds. I'll pick up the pace towards the end. Figure 8 behind, switches to the left hand and up. My palm is gonna stay neutral. So I'm figure 8ing, standing. Figure 8, standing. My hips are hinging back. Staying taller as long as I can. Option 2, obviously, look at what you're doing. Number 1, if you want to pick up the pace, it's a feeling thing. You got to kind of visualize where your hand is going to be behind you. Keep going. I'm going to turn profile so you can see. Notice I'm still hitting a swing position. Hips up. If you need to go slow, you can go slow. Make sure you have it up. Shoulders stay packed. My feet stay grounded. Keep going. You got about 3, 2, time. Finish with the bell in your right hand. Now we're going to go figure 8, alternating to the squat. 45 seconds. You can do another thread. Goes from right to left. Rack position. Drop the hips. Stand up. And then repeat other side. Figure 8, 2, catch or rack. Drop. Stand up. And then smooth. So feel this pattern. Kind of realize that when you go to figure 8 it, you have to coordinate the back hand to go behind the body. And I'm actually imagining what my hand looks like as I go behind my body. It's a very kinesthetic thing. You'll feel your weight shift as the hand catches the dumbbell. You get about 5 seconds in 4, 3, 2, switch back to the right hand. Last little drill, you can do figure 8 to an overhead press. Same action, so you should be familiar with this. Left to right, and then hard press. Back through, 45 seconds. So we had a couple of moves